Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Welcome to episode 30 of 10-minute Taraweeh. And of course, we are discussing the last juz or separa of the Quran. It would be impossible in 10 or so minutes to describe each one of these surahs. So we will give the briefest tour of this juz. It begins with Surah An-Naba. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Amma yatasa'aloon. عن النبأ العظيم الذي هم فيه مختلفون. So, as is mentioned in many of the surahs in this juz in particular, it is about the Day of Judgment. Here it is described as the great and tremendous news. So this surah recounts a number of the favors of Allah upon creation and the ultimate destination of people in the next life. And then we come to Surah An-Nazi'at. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. وَالنَّازِعَاتِ غَرْقًا وَالنَّاشِطَاتِ نَشْطًا. And this surah covers a number of similar themes, and it shows the division between those who follow their desires and those who fear Allah and they are standing before Him. Then is Surah Abasa. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. عبس وتولى أن جاءه الأعمى. This is recounting an incident of Abdullah ibn Maktoum, a blind man who came to the Prophet ﷺ and was seeking his attention, but the Prophet ﷺ at that moment was busy and turned away with some kind of expression of displeasure on his face. And then the surah came to raise the standard of the messenger even higher and to say that you should give your attention to those who are seeking after purity and not concern yourself with those who may be important among the people but are turning away. Surah At-Takwir takes us more with scenes of the beginning of the Day of Judgment, إِذَا الشَّمْسُ كُوِّرَتْ, and then after that the Surah Al-Infitar, إِذَا السَّمَاءُ انْفَطَرَتْ. All these tremendous events that are happening, and then a couple of surahs later, إِذَا السَّمَاءُ انشَقَّتْ. So the splitting and the falling apart of all the heavenly phenomena which heralds the end of time. Surah Al-Mutaffifin, which comes in between here, is referring in the beginning to an ethical imbalance among some of the people. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. وَيْلٌ لِلْمُطَفِّفِينَ الَّذِينَ إِذَا اكْتَالُوا عَلَى النَّاسِ يَسْتَوْفُونَ وَإِذَا كَالُوهُمْ أَوْ وَزَنُوهُمْ يُخْسِرُونَ. So when they are seeking their rights, they take them in full, but when they are giving to others, they fall short in the measure. Then we come to Surah Al-Inshiqaq, as we mentioned, and then Surah Al-Buruj. Surah Al-Buruj discusses the persecution of believers of earlier generations. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. وَالسَّمَاءِ ذَاتِ الْبُرُوجِ وَالْيَوْمِ الْمَوْعُودِ وَشَاهِدٍ وَمَشْهُودٍ قُتِلَ أَصْحَابُ الْأُخْدُودِ. So the account here is of these companions of the pit of fire. Then Surah At-Tariq and Surah Al-A'la follow, and then Surah Al-Ghashiyah. At the end of Surah Al-Ghashiyah is a call to reflect on the phenomena around us. أَفَلَا يَنظُرُونَ إِلَى الْإِبِلِ كَيْفَ خُلِقَتْ. In particular for the Arabs who were the first recipients of this revelation, the camel would have been a symbol of so much greatness in creation. وَإِلَى السَّمَاءِ كَيْفَ رُفِعَتْ وَإِلَى الْجِبَالِ كَيْفَ نُصِبَتْ وَإِلَى الْأَرْضِ كَيْفَ سُطِحَتْ. So all these natural phenomena around us we are to ponder upon. And this is an aim of these early surahs, to instill iman and belief in the hearts of those who were hearing the Quran. The following surahs, Surah Al-Fajr, Surah Al-Balad, Surah Al-Shams and Al-Layl, are containing a lot of these themes. And then comes two surahs which were revealed in comfort for the Prophet ﷺ, Surah Al-Duha and Surah Al-Sharh. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. وَالضُّحَى وَاللَّيْلِ إِذَا سَجَى مَا وَدَّعَكَ رَبُّكَ وَمَا قَلَى وَلَلْآخِرَةُ خَيْرٌ لَكَ مِنَ الْأُولَى وَلَسَوْفَ يُعْطِيكَ رَبُّكَ فَتَرْضَى. So the Prophet ﷺ had worried that the revelation had paused for a while after the first revelations, and then this surah came to say, no, your Lord is going to keep giving you until you are well satisfied, and that which is to come is better than that which has preceded. Then Surah At-Teen, And then Surah Al-Alaq. Of course, Surah Al-Alaq is the first 5 verses of it were those which were the first to be revealed out of the whole Quran. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. اقرأ باسم ربك الذي خلق خلق الإنسان من علق اقرأ وربك الأكرم الذي علم بالقلم علم الإنسان ما لم يعلم. And then the following surah is Surah Al-Qadr. It's very important for us in the month of Ramadan to recite it and to ponder upon it and to seek after the reward that is mentioned therein. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Inna anzalnahu fi laylatil qadr. The Quran was revealed in the night of power. And this is the night which is sought in the last 10 days, last 10 nights, especially the odd nights of the last 10 in Ramadan. Laylatul Qadri khayrun min alfi shahr. This is the 3rd verse, that the night of power is better than 1,000 months. So the deeds are multiplied in this time, and it is peace until the breaking of dawn. The following surah is Al-Bayyinah, and then Al-Zalzala, and then Al-Adiyat, and Surah Al-Qari'ah. And a lot here is spoken again of the Day of Judgment and what is to occur there. And then Surah Al-Takathur is a reminder that we can get caught up in the trappings of this worldly life. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alhaakumut takathur hatta zurtumul maqabir. But when we visit the graves, then we will be reminded of the reality. Surah Al-Asr is very important because its name is the surah of time. That time is a precious commodity, and we are in loss unless we believe in Allah and do good deeds. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. وَالْعَصْرِ إِنَّ الْإِنسَانَ لَفِي خُسْرٍ إِلَّا الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا وَعَمِلُوا الصَّالِحَاتِ وَتَوَاصَوْا بِالْحَقِّ وَتَوَاصَوْا بِالصَّبْرِ. Then comes Surah Al-Humazah, which is condemning backbiting amongst other vices. Then comes Surah Al-Fil and Surah Quraysh. Al-Fil is referring to an incident of the elephant which occurred just before the birth of the Prophet ﷺ. And the Quraysh are being reminded of Allah's favors upon them, and so they should obviously respond to this message. Surah Al-Ma'un and then Surah Al-Kawthar follow. And Surah Al-Kafirun is a reminder to the Prophet ﷺ not to swerve, not to compromise in matters of Aqeedah and belief. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. قل يا أيها الكافرون لا أعبد ما تعبدون ولا أنتم عابدون ما أعبد. So neither do you worship what I worship, nor do I worship what you worship, but to you is your way and to me is mine. Then Surah Al-Nasr reminds us of being grateful even when victory is granted. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. إذا جاء نصر الله والفتح ورأيت الناس يدخلون في دين الله أفواجا فسبح بحمد ربك واستغفره إنه كان توابا. So celebrate the praises of your Lord and ask His forgiveness, for He is indeed oft forgiving. Then Surah Al-Masad or Surah Lahab as follows tells the Prophet ﷺ that those who opposed him will be the ones who lose out in the end. Surah Al-Ikhlas, Surah 112, is the essence of this faith. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد. There's none at all comparable to Allah, who is one and absolute and in no need of anyone. And the last 2 surahs are known as the surahs of seeking protection. In it we are taught to seek protection from all harmful things, from the evil that resides within Allah's creation. This is mentioned in Surah Al-Falaq. And then in Surah Al-Nas, it is seeking refuge from the whispers of the shaitan. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. قل أعوذ برب الناس ملك الناس إله الناس من شر الوسواس الخناس الذي يوسوس في صدور الناس من الجنة والناس. Thus we reach the end of our tour of the Quran, our journey in reading and listening and reflection and study. And we hope that as a listener, as a viewer, you have found benefit in what you have heard. Please do remember us in your du'as most importantly. And secondly, please subscribe to us on YouTube and Facebook for more material of this nature. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.